A lot of people may know, may not know, I am a holy man, a very holy man, Catholic and Irish Catholic, and my mother instilled it in us, and it was instilled in her, and I carry on me at all times a chain, and this chain currently I have on is Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is to protect you, is to focus on good over evil. It says Love Ma on it, it says a gift from my mother, and this is Archangel Michael's sword, which is on it also. I also have another one for Saint Christopher, which is Saint Christopher is to protect you on your travels, and that was gifted to me by my children and my fiancée. We're a religious family, and we trust in God and believe in God.
You are looking, ladies and gentlemen, at what most certainly could be Ireland's next president. MMA superstar Conor McGregor has announced he is running for the presidency of Ireland in what promises to be nothing less than a political earthquake. We're going to see the latest in this bombshell announcement today and what it all means for the resurgence of Irish populism that's ready to take the nation by storm. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Before we get into why liberal globalists are in absolute panic right now over Ireland, I want you to stop putting off what you know you need to do, and that's click on that link below and secure the deed to your home once and for all. Gang, I was shocked when I found out how easy it is to access the deed to my home, and not just access it, but change it. The deed to your home is the only document that proves you own it, but the problem is that the deeds to all our homes are now online, and so criminals, they're free to find your deed. They then forge your signature. They refile as the new owner of your home, take out tons of loans using your home's equity, and then they stick you with all the debt. But that's where our good friends over at Home Title Lock come in. Gang, they're absolutely amazing. Home Title Lock gives you the peace of mind that the deed to your home is absolutely and completely protected. Click on that link below right now and use promo code Turley Talks. And all you got to do is enter your address for your no obligation home title scan to see if you've actually already been a victim of deed theft. That's a $100 value, absolutely totally free with my promo code Turley Talks. What do you got to lose? Gang, don't wait for the worst to happen only to regret you didn't do something about it when you could have. Do what I've done. Do what countless patriots have done. Click on that link below right now and secure your home today. MMA superstar Conor McGregor is once again taking center stage, but this time not in a UFC octagon. Conor McGregor has announced that he is going to be running for president in his native Ireland. Here's the tweet that he sent out. Listen to this. Listen to see if you're hearing any common themes here. Quote, "As president, I hold the power to summon the Dáil," that's their national assembly, their parliament, "as well as dissolve it. So, as I said before, I would have all the answers the people of Ireland seek from these thieves of the working man, these disruptors of the family unit, these destructors of small businesses, and on and on and on. These charlatans in their positions of power would be summoned to answer to the people of Ireland, and I would have it done by day end, or I would be left with no choice but to dissolve the Dáil entirely. The people of Ireland deserve the answers they seek. Point blank, this would be my power as president. I know very well Ireland needs an active president employed wholly by the people of Ireland. It is me. I'm the only logical choice. 2025 is upcoming. Gang, that is as populist as populism gets. Nationalist populism is about to come to Ireland. Those references to a corrupt political class, those greedy and corrupted bunch of chancers, as he called them, it's the hallmark of populist rhetoric. We talk often about this on this channel, but the defining characteristic of populism is the way it reconfigures the political divide. So populism is characterized by distinctively vertical political divide as opposed to a horizontal one. So instead of polarizing politics horizontally, right? So seeing the political divide as between the left versus the right, or liberal versus conservative. Populism reconfigures that horizontal polarization vertically. Now the animus is between the people versus the political class, the ruled versus the rulers. And so ironically, far from being opposed to democracy, like the elite media are constantly trying to claim, populism is democracy. It's the literal outworking of the rule of the demos, the people, as opposed to a corrupt oligarchical elite. And you heard precisely that kind of rhetoric coming from Conor McGregor, right? I mean, note what he said. I would have all the answers the people of Ireland seek from these thieves of the working man, these disruptors of the family unit, these destructors of small businesses. And the fact that he brought up the family unit into this it's very interesting because, as Elon Musk has pointed out time and time again, unless we revitalize the family, we can kiss Western civilization goodbye. And so this is where Conor McGregor isn't just simply a populist. He's what scholars are increasingly referring to as a civilizationalist populist. The problem with populism is that it has what scholars call a thin ideology. So its only defining characteristic is that redefinition of the political divide, in this case as a vertical divide, the people versus the political class rather than a horizontal divide. But that doesn't tell you very much about the populist movement itself. It could be a leftist movement. It could be a rightist movement, right? When all is said and done, populism is basically a structure. It's the restructuring the political divide. What populist movements inevitably do is they import ideological content from something other than populism. And in this case, what's growing stronger and stronger throughout our own nation as well as in Europe is what's called civilizational populism. Populations are more and more embracing the need for border security, economic security, and cultural security, particularly in our globalist world that tends to erode all those securities. Those border, economic, and cultural concerns together forge a reawakened sense of the importance of civilization. And so civilizational identity ends up filling out the populist political structure. So this is why all throughout the West, particularly in Europe, Christianity is once again returning to the public square. Even in the most secularized parts of Europe, like Sweden and the Netherlands, Christianity is reemerging as the preeminent principle for the recovery of a distinctively European culture and politics. And that preeminence, even in the most secularized parts of Europe, is once again placing Christianity and Christian identity right smack in the middle of the public square. And like you heard with Conor McGregor, it's the people that are the faithful caretakers of civilization, and it's the corrupt elite political class that are guilty of selling out our civilization for their own financial prestige. Now, this move by McGregor could not have come at a better time. If you don't know, Ireland has unfortunately taken a very hard turn to the left over the last several years. It's been a rather shocking turn for a country that was always considered to be a pillar of conservatism, particularly Catholic conservatism, in the midst of a radically secularizing Western Europe. But there have been a number of signs that Ireland's civilizationalist sentiments never disappeared. They were only temporarily buried by a temporary fashionable liberalism. Just a few months back in June, a new party, the National Party, won seats in Ireland for the first time. Patrick Quinlan was elected to the Dublin City Council, Ireland's capital city, as well as an independent candidate, Malachi Stevenson, who was supported by the National Party. He too was elected to the Dublin City Council, proving the powerful grassroots movement that Ireland's nationalist populists were amassing in terms of political power. And many commentators are noticing that this shift to the right for Ireland is happening in the shadow of a horrific stabbing of 3 children at a school care assistant in Dublin at the hands of an Algerian migrant last year. And needless to say, riots broke out throughout the city with more and more Irish citizens just saying they've had enough with their liberal globalist government's migration policies. And to make things even worse, just to show you how incompetent they are, Irish officials turned around and blamed Irish citizens for the riots. They scapegoated the so-called far right. So needless to say, given what we've been seeing with the rise of populist movements all over Europe, that did not work. I mean, the Prime Minister of Ireland has since resigned, and the nation as a whole is turning more and more to the right. And so this announcement today from Conor McGregor may indeed be the champion they need to restore sanity back to their government. And Ireland back to its unique culture and traditions.